Hi guys, it's Laurie Fikes Lights coming at you at midnight my time. I was getting ready to go to bed and I was like, I just got a notification that I got a subscriber and I was feeling so bad. So I just had it on my heart to post a video for my new subscribers and for my old subscribers, and just to let you know I'm still here, I'm still alive. I'm just getting back into life. Yeah, it's been 2 months ago. I just looked at my page and I was like, oh my gosh. And I just got a subscriber notification today when I was out running some errands, and I was like, just feeling guilty that I haven't posted anything in 2 months. Well, I want to take you back 8 weeks, and this is not a sob story. I'm really okay. My mother, who was 86 years old, who we knew had kidney failure for a couple of years and so on, and she had a lot of problems, passed away 8 weeks ago. She passed away on August the 7th. At 3:17 in the afternoon, and I'm just going to share with you briefly about how God works in mysterious ways. My brother, who is on the road truck driver, of course, does not live here. My other two sisters do live here, and we were taking care of her. In June, we started spending the night with her. You know, we would rotate because they were telling us that, you know, time was getting there and, you know, things were moving along. So anyways, it was hard. It was hard. It was hard. It was hard. I did post some videos during that time, and I think I mentioned, you know, that things were kind of getting rough, and but you know, once I started taking care of her and all of those things, you know, YouTube just was not a priority. And I do apologize because I have been doing my planner. I have it right here. If y'all want to see a flip through of, golly, I think I started my new one in July. I don't even remember what I showed you the last time. So maybe I'll do a flip through video if y'all want to see that. See my planner and see what I've been doing in it. I'm having fun with it. I ordered some stickers from Etsy because I knew she was going to pass away. I am going to show you that week, and I will show you that week that she passed away. And it was sad, and I'll tell you the story. I know I was going to tell you. It's my ADHD. But anyways, you're going to see, oh, I got paper clips everywhere. Brah. Okay, so, all right, I'm going to flip the camera around real quick. Or did I? What am I doing? Okay. I don't know. Hold on. I'm going to have to edit this, and I didn't want to edit it. I'm not going to edit it. I'm just going to turn the camera off and turn it back on. But let me tell you the story real quick. Okay, so he's on the road truck driver. Well, he had quit this one company he was working with, and we live in Tennessee. So happens he was doing orientation in Knoxville, which is not far from us. And this was like on Thursday. She died on Sunday. So this was a Thursday, and he was doing orientation in Knoxville, and it just wasn't going well. And he called me on that Thursday. That wasn't my night to stay with her, but he called me on that Thursday, and he said, this isn't working out, and I think I'm just going to come home for the weekend. And something had started happening that week. She wasn't eating. She was still laughing, joking around and stuff. And, but I just kind of was like, Okay, yeah, come home. Come home. So I alerted the sisters that he was coming home, and so he got in on Friday, and we went over Friday, and my sister Linda was staying with her that night, and we were all there, and I went home that night. But that night, something was up, but she was still talking to us. She wasn't eating. She knew Danny was there. That's my brother. And, you know, we watched TV with her. We watched just like this cat bowl or something, and it was funny, and she was laughing about that. But she was in her bed, and she couldn't get up to go to the bathroom anymore, and or maybe she did that night. I don't remember. But so I said, well, you know what? Since you're going to be in this weekend, I'm going to cook. And where am I at on this story? Okay, let me back up. Y'all know I work for HSN. Well, I ended up taking FMLA, like intermittent FMLA, because we were having to care for her so much. And I did that on June the 20th, I think. I did that. I was sitting at work one day, and I just felt weird about not, you know, because I mean, like, you were listening to your phone all the time, and was today the day she was going to pass away or whatever. So I did intermittent leave. So I did have leave. So I said, you know what, I'm going to take leave, and for this weekend I'm not going to work, and I'm going to cook tomorrow. And I made barbecue beef. I went home and made barbecue beef that night. Went back over on Saturday. All the family was there, or, you know, her kids were there, and my kids were there, and I can't remember. My sister's grandbabies were there, and so Saturday, you know, we were all just there, and so my sister, who has the grandbaby, she was going to take them home that night, and she was going to go home, and they were going to spend the night with her, and she just felt weird about it. She was like, you know, maybe I should just send them home, because things were just, it was just getting real. I mean, I don't know. She was just changing. Something was changing. And I said to her, I said, I think you probably should send them home. And I think we all should spend the night here tonight. And so my older sister, Carol, and me, and Linda, and Danny all stayed at my mom's house on Saturday night. Just us. And, well, my daughter stayed. Megan stayed. And we shared a bed together, but there wasn't much sleeping. You know, we stayed up late anyways, and we ate all day, and, you know, we were with her, and then she started, her shoulder was hurting for the last couple of days, and she started saying she was hurting really bad, and her shoulder was hurting, and so I suggested to my sister, the older sister, I said, you know, we might need to call hospice and see if there's something we can give her. I just felt like it was time. We had the care package, and she was having a lot of pain that night, and I was willing to give her the medicine, you know, because it's a scary thing to start the morphine, and we hadn't had to at that point. And so we called hospice. They said, okay, you know, you can give her some. So Saturday night, about 7 or 8, I gave her her first dose of morphine. And she started to relax. And she wasn't having as much pain. And about, I don't know, it was like 10:30 or 11 o'clock, we all gathered around her bed, and my daughter took pictures of it, and it's just precious. And it's just, and this is just a God story. It really is just a God story, how He just provided this time for us. So we all gathered around her bed, and we told her how awesome Mom she was, and how much we loved her, and we prayed, and we all took our turn. And she made a funny, you know, Linda, she, you know, when Danny got done talking to her, she looked at Linda and she said, well, what do you got to say? Or, something like that. It was just funny. And we cried and, we prayed with her. And so about 11 o'clock, she went to sleep. And so we all thought, okay, we better try to sleep. Well, my sister Carol stayed in there with her. We had a recliner by her bed. And I said, well, I'm going to go to sleep and blah, blah, blah. And my brother usually sleeps in his truck, but he decided to sleep in my mom's house that night. And my sister Linda slept on the couch, and then me and Megan were in the bed. Well, we didn't go to bed until like, gosh, I don't even know. I mean, it was probably like 1 or 2, but Carol was in there with Mom sleeping, and they were sleeping. And so I think it was about 2, I went to sleep, and I don't know, about 3:30, I just couldn't sleep anymore, and I got up, and I went in there and looked, and they were both sleeping, and then I laid back down for a little while, and then about 7 o'clock in the morning, I went back in there, and my sister was still sleeping, and Mom was asleep, and I was just sitting at the end of the bed. We had a chair at the end of the bed, and she woke up, and she just looked at me, and she was doing this thing where she's going, oh, pain. So I said, Mom, where are you hurting? I can give you more medicine. And at that point, I knew she couldn't communicate. She could just say, oh. And so about that time, my sister started waking up, and she's like, what are you doing? And I said, I need to talk to you. And I just knew that we were really close. And so I got my sister out there, and, Danny and Linda woke up, and I said, we need to call hospice. I think we need to be giving her more medicine. We need them to come down and evaluate her. At that point, she hadn't lost consciousness, of course, but she just couldn't communicate with us. And I wanted to know how much medicine I could give her because she was moaning. She was in a lot of pain. And so we called them. They said I could give more, gave her more. The house started filling up with people. I mean, grandkids. Everybody was kind of on alert because we told them, things were getting serious. And so, grandkids were there. Everybody stopped by to see her. My ex-husband called her Friday night because she asked to talk to him. And that was a tearjerker. But, she was asking, to talk to people. And people were going to see her and stuff like that. So the house was full and on a Saturday when all this was going on. And about 1 o'clock or 1:30, I gave her last dose of morphine. And I feel like I wasn't giving her enough, but they were having me give her a little bit every couple of hours, where I think it should have been more, but that's neither here or there. So I gave her a last dose, and she just was still miserable, and the hospice nurse was coming back. We just didn't know when, and I said, well, I'm going to go take a nap, and I mean, I didn't know. So I said, I'm going to go take a nap. So I went in the other bedroom, and I laid down. I took a nap, and I only slept like an hour, and then about 3:07, I've got it. I wear my Fitbit. So my Fitbit told me how long I slept. So at 3:07, my niece Amanda came in the bedroom. Megan had just left to go home and get Matthew because she felt like he needed to be there. He wasn't there yet. And so at 3:07, my niece came in and she said, the hospice nurse is here, and she said, it's getting close and we need to be in there. Well, you can imagine me waking up out of sleep, and Amanda did an awesome job telling me. And I was like, oh my gosh, I mean, I slept maybe an hour. Oh my gosh. So I got up and I started walking. You have to walk by the front door, and I could see the hospice nurse was on the porch. So I opened the door and I said, what's going on, And she said, well, I'm going to stay for a while. It could be a couple of minutes. It could be a couple of hours. And when she said minutes, I was like, what? So I said, okay. So I ran. I ran to our bedroom, and my brother, the grandkids, everybody was around her bed crying. Mom was in a position where she was, leaving. Um, and my first thought was like, I really couldn't think, because I was just woke up and the hospice nurse wasn't even in there. And I went in there and I was like, wow, we had prayed for her not to die in pain. And we had prayed for, the nights that it was just one of us staying there, that it didn't happen and we had to call the other one. And we had prayed all these things, and I'm just, in the moment, I thought, wow, we got our prayers answered, but wow, this is hard. This is like, ouch. This is really happening. It's like a real moment. Like, you're just, it's hard to explain. It's like I was happy for her, because she kept saying that whole week, I just want to go home. I just want to go home. And, I know what she meant. And, she was so funny. One night I was staying with her that week, and she said, do you have anything you could put in my drink, to make me go home? And I was like, Mom, I'm not Kevorkian. I can't do that. I would go to jail. And, we laughed, and I got some funny Snapchat pictures with her. One sits on my desk now. I see it every day. And so, anyways, back to that moment, and I ran in there, and they all were gathered around our bed, and I was like, Mom, my first reaction, I said, Mom, no, no. And my sister said, don't say that to her. And I was like, yeah, you're right. Don't say that to her. This is what she's wanted. She's wanted to go home. And then I just said, Mom, you're so beautiful. And she was just totally at peace. Her eyes were closed. She still had a heartbeat. And, the last thing to go is their hearing. So I was like, hey, I'm going to say what I got to say. And we were all saying, we love you and it's okay. And, I just told her, I said, you're so beautiful and it's okay. And we'll be okay. And everybody was just saying, and crying. There was crying. And then the nurse came in, and I'm like, is she gone? And so she got her stethoscope, and she said she still has a heartbeat. This is all like within 10 minutes. All this transpired within 10 minutes. And then at 3:17, she listened again, and she said she's gone. And, we got to cry together. We got to do it all together. So that was pretty special. And she had bought this nightgown, really pretty green nightgown. It has a little bling bow on it that she had purchased to be buried in originally when she was going to get buried, but she decided last moment to get cremated. Well, she decided about a year ago to get cremated. And so the hospice nurse, excused us, and she prepared her in her nightgown, and then we got to go in, and we just got to spend a few hours with her before they took her. And that time was so precious. I can't even tell you how precious that was, just to have that time and see our kids really get to say goodbye to her. And we got to just, even though she wasn't there, we got to have that finality of it, and be with her. And then, of course, they came and got her, and we had our service on the 19th. It took some time. My brother had to go back to work on Monday, and I was going to work on Monday. I didn't want to work on Monday. I got my bereavement leave, and we had our service on the 19th, and it was beautiful. And if you want to see pictures, leave comments below. I can do pictures, or maybe I'll do a few pictures. I don't know. Maybe I won't do pictures. But anyways, I just, so I'm just stumbling all over The point is, I was feeling bad that I didn't update you all. So, um, anyways, that's what I've been going through and dealing with grief. But now, granted, I am different than my other siblings where I grieved for the last year. I mean, well, not last year because it was like she made it 9 months. In December, we had this scare where she was bleeding out. She was throwing up blood, and they told her she wouldn't leave the hospital then. So she made it 9 months. So it was 9 months. We were kind of on, we didn't know what was going to happen. But she made it 9 months. And, so I don't know where I was going with that. But, so that's what I've been doing. And no, my point was I had been grieving for 9 months. I mean, I would come home, after spending time with her, and I would cry because I knew what was going to happen. And I was grieving. I was pre-grieving. They call it anticipatory grief. And I was going through it. And my kids knew I was going through it. And I was still trying to work, and, but I was going through it. But I mean, I can't tell you one thing I didn't say to her that I wish I could have said to her. I did. I prepared. I told her what I meant. I said what I meant. Say what you mean to say. I did. And we had talks, and I cried, and she said, "Don't cry." And, we'd laugh, and just having that time to be there with her, that 9 months, and really focus on her was amazing. And I wouldn't take any of it back. And I mean, even the rough parts, I wouldn't take it back and we really didn't have that many bad times. I mean, it was from Friday to Sunday when she passed away, when she had the most pain, but it wasn't like, we don't know why she died. We know it was peaceful. We know she had some pain. But it's not like oh my gosh, she had a heart attack or anything like that. She just pretty much, she wanted her kids under her roof. And I think she just let go, and that's what happened. So that's what I've been doing for the last 8 weeks, you guys. I've been dealing with that, and I've been dealing really well. The first couple of weeks were hell. I will not lie to you. Hard, hard, hard. I went to work. We had our service on a Friday, the 19th. I spent that weekend with my family, and Monday I went back to work. And I've been back to work. I've been working. I've been dealing. I've been taking care of my family, taking care of my house, things that I haven't been able to do, and just trying to find a new normal. But it's hard. I'm not gonna lie. 8 weeks in, I feel my heart is healing. I'm not crying as much. I think reality's setting in. Do I miss her? Every day? Every day I think about her. Your brain plays tricks with you when, you've been a caregiver. We've been caregiving for my sisters are going through this. I mean, you go do something, you go drive somewhere, and it's like, oh, I gotta go check on mom, or oh, I gotta call and check on mom. If it's not my day, if I'm doing something, it's probably not my day, so I need to call and check on mom. Well, my brain was doing that for weeks and weeks, and that was frustrating. And I'm finally not doing that anymore, which is good. But yeah, we're all dealing. We're all getting back to life, and I'm getting back to my YouTube because it makes me happy, and I don't know what videos you'll want to see. I mean, I feel like the YouTube is so saturated with Plan With Me videos, and if y'all want to see Plan With Me videos, I'll do them. If you want to see just candid videos, I'll do them. Tell me about LuLaRoe, okay? I am late to this party. I'd seen it, but tell me about LuLaRoe. Are y'all doing LuLaRoe? I've ordered my first legging and my first Randy, and I will be showing you what I got. I got a unicorn. I got a unicorn is what they call them, and it is perfect. It is so me, and I'm not telling you what it is, but I in I'm like LuLaRoe. Who I didn't know about LuLaRoe until I got invited to a Facebook party, and so yeah, so if y'all want to see that, we'll do a video about that. But if you want to see planner videos, we'll do that. I tell you what, I'm going to wrap this one up because I really got to go to bed. Florida's getting hit hard tomorrow with a hurricane. God be with all of them. You all know Florida is near and dear to my heart. And, you know, HSN is based out of Florida. So we have reps down there. And I'm just praying for them. And they probably won't be on tomorrow. So, you know, Tennessee, Ohio, and Virginia reps are going to be taking all the calls if we have a lot of calls, which we always do. So tomorrow we'll be busy. So anyways, I was going to do a flip through, but I think I'm not. I'm going to just show you this one page. Actually, I'm just going to take a picture of it and I'll put it at the end of the video with a little bit of music and you can see what my week that she passed away. I'll flip through, yeah, I'll flip through the week she passed away and then the week after and how I decorated because I ordered Etsy stickers in anticipation brain is tired of her passing away, and I wanted to have some special stickers for those upcoming weeks. So I'm going to take a couple of pictures of those and I will put them at the end of the video, and maybe I'll put a couple of pictures, the funny pictures I took of her on Snapchat. So this is dedicated to my mom, who was awesome, and for getting back on YouTube and chatting with you all. And I'm not going to edit this because I'm too tired. Tomorrow I will put this up on Facebook and y'all can chat with me. Don't feel sorry for me, please. This was not a please feel sorry for me video. This was just to tell you what's been going on for 8 weeks and why. It's kind of like my school excuse note for being absent on YouTube for 8 weeks. So please forgive me. But to my new subscribers, thank you for watching. I do mostly planner videos. I like to do unboxing, so we're going to do the LuLaRoe unboxing once I get that. And I don't know. What do y'all want to see? Tell me what you want to see. But this girl's going to bed. I got to go to bed. I got to get up early. All right. Love you all. Live, love, laugh every single day. No matter what you do. Live it like it's the last day you're going to be here. And just live and love and laugh with people, and it'll be good. Okay? That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So y'all have a great day. Florida, stay safe. I love y'all. I will post this tomorrow night when I get off work, which will be Friday evening, and add some pictures at the end. All right, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and tell me what y'all want to see. Tell me what you want me to do. I'm ready to get back in the game. Got a ton of Anna Griffin stuff for like cards, and I love doing that stuff, crafty stuff. So whatever you want to see, just let me know. All right, love y'all. Bye.